All right, ladies and gentlemen, I figured I could do some examples from your assignment if you'd like to use them. I'm not going to do all of them, but I'll do a couple. We're actually going to go down to number 2 and work through number 2 to kind of help you out with this. This one's kind of confusing, and so I figured it would be a good thing to work on. So part A, you're going to draw a tree diagram of these things happening. You're going to spin the spinner, and then you're going to roll a die, and then you're going to flip a coin. But on this one here, on the rolling the die part, there's 2 options. One option is getting 1 or 2, and then the other option is anything else. And so that makes 2 separate probability things, which is kind of weird. But let's work through this tree diagram. First things first, we're going to be spinning the spinner, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 choices, and these are all 1/5 options. And then from there, and this is not going to work very well, we're going to get 1 or 2, and then 1 or 2 complement, as in not 1 or 2. And then that's the same for all of these. My tree diagram is going to look really squished, and so I'm just going to say ditto on all these. They're the same as these 2 options. And you should know that this first option is a 2 out of the 6 chance, which is a 1/3 chance. And then this other option is there's 4 that aren't 1 or 2, which is a 2/3 chance. And that'll be important when we get down here. And then from each of those, you got heads or tails. And so yeah, each of these is gonna have the heads or tails option, and this is a huge mess of heads and tails and heads. And I'm sorry, I really should have made it so I had enough room to actually draw it all out. But yeah, you kind of get the idea of what's going on there. Mainly, I wanted you to be able to get these probabilities here, and so we want the probability of picking 5. And the probability of picking 1 or 2, and then picking heads. Well, the probability of picking 5 is 1 out of 5, and the probability of picking 1 or 2 is 1/3. We actually figure that out up here. And then the probability of picking heads is 1/2. So you got 1/5 times 1/3 times 1/2, which is going to give you a probability of 1/30. Yeah, 3 times 5 is 15 times 2 is 30. So 1/30. And basically that's anything that's doing 1 or 2, and then the other options. Next one, probability that it's even, not 1 or 2, and then tails. Well, probability of getting even, there's 2 of them that are even there. So you got 2 of the 5s, 2 of the 5 options, and then not 1 or 2, that's 2/3. We already looked at that earlier. And then probability of tails is 1/2. And so you're looking at 2 times 2 times 1 on top, which is 4. And then 5 times 3 times 2, which is 30 on the bottom. Next one. We got probability of 1 is 1/5. Probability of 1 or 2 is 1/3. Again, I got that up there. And then probability of heads. This is almost the exact same as part B, except it's 1, and then 1 or 2, and then heads. The probability is the same, 1/30. Go ahead and try and get these probabilities real quick, and we'll have you check and see how you did in a moment. Alright, let's see how you did. On E is a little tricky. The first thing you're supposed to get is spin a 6, which is not existent on here, and so that kind of automatically makes this probability 0. But if you want the whole calculation, there's 0 out of 5 times 2/3 times 1/2, which comes out to be 0. Next one, picking a number less than 6, that's all of them, so you got 5/5. Times not 1 or 2, which is 2/3, and then times heads, which is 1/2, and that'll give you 10/30, which is 1/3. And then the last one, probability of odd is 3/5, probability of 1 or 2 is 1/3, and probability of tails is 1/2. And so you're going to get 3/30, which is 1/10. And so there's your probabilities, wonderful things that they are. We're going to do one more example from your assignment. That's number 3. This is a photographer taking 8 black and white photographs and then 10 color photographs, which comes out to be 18 photos total. That's nice about photos, but okay, unless you're heathen. And then if four if 4 photos are selected at random, what is the probability of picking first 2 black and white, and then 2 color photographs? Well, that means we need the probability of black and white, and black and white, and color, which is the probability of picking black and white, times the probability of picking black and white, giving you already picked black and white, times the probability of picking color, giving you picked black and black already, and then times probability of picking color, given you picked color, well, black and color. Yeah, it's a mess. Anyway, it's a lot easier when you just write out the probabilities. So, first one, probability of picking a black photograph of these 18. Well, there's 18, and 8 of them are black and white. Perfect. On the next one, you already drew one of the black and white ones out, so there's 17, and there's only 7 black and white ones left. And on the next one, there's only 16 photos, but there's 10 that are colored now that we're trying to get. And the last one, there's 15 left, and only 9 colored photographs after you've done all these other things. And we got this lovely calculation here. You just go through the process of times them all together on top, times them across the bottom. You're going to get some fairly large numbers, and that's undoubtedly going to reduce a little bit. So go ahead and do that. Pause the video, get the values, and we'll check and see how you did. Alright, let's see how you did. You should have gotten 5,040 over 73,440, which reduces to be 7 over 102. And the decimal approximation, that is 0.0686. It just keeps going. So yeah, a little bit over 6%, almost 7% there, chance of getting that exact thing to happen. And there you go, just a couple examples from the assignment. Hopefully that's helping you out. Good luck.